Hello, Year 5, and welcome to Tuesday afternoon's science lesson. Now, yesterday we had a look at how the human ear is set up and what that means and how it means that we can hear things. And today we're going to be doing a bit of a comparison. So first of all, let's have a look at our previous knowledge questions. Again, this is down as a resource on Teams. So is combustion a reversible or irreversible reaction? Remember, we talked about how combustion was when something sets on fire. So is that reversible or irreversible? From previous learning that you did, I believe in year 4, which teeth are best for ripping meat? So you've got lots of different types of teeth in your mouth. They've all got different names. Which ones are the ones that are the best for ripping meat that carnivores have got? And then from the previous lesson, what is the scientific name for your outer ear, for the bit that you can see? So have a go at answering those and then come back to me and let's have a look and see what the answers are. Okay, so combustion is an irreversible reaction. We know that fire gives off heat, which can make things melt, which isn't always irreversible. However, combustion itself, when something sets alight, it needs to use up fuel to do that, which means that that is irreversible because that fuel gets used up. If you think of a match, for example, when you light a match, the combustion there means that you lose that. You can't do it again. You can't get the match back to as it was. Your canines are the teeth that are used for ripping meat, and they are the teeth that carnivores have got a lot of in their mouth. And then the scientific name for your outer ear is called the pinna. So our key vocab for today, the source is the sound, and the object that sound comes from. Vibrate and vibration means moving continually and rapidly to and fro. And here's a reminder of our working scientifically skills that we're trying to cover as much as possible. Now, in the previous lesson, we had a look at a starter activity like this, and we're going to do the same thing today. There's the same scaffold for you, so have a look and see if you can work out what the picture is. This is not the picture. Work out what the picture is from the first one, and then as we get closer and closer, hopefully it will become more obvious, but think about what clues there are at each different stage and write those down on your sheet. So there is your first one, and as we zoom out, there is your second one. Quite peculiar looking. There is your third one. Your fourth one. Your fifth one. Your sixth one. And your final one. So there we go. Now, the reason I shared that one is because it's very similar to what was shared yesterday. But at the same time, there are quite a lot of differences. So as a little extension to your starter, can you tell me what are the differences between the cat's ear and the human ear? What are the differences? What are the similarities? So I think I put a resource in Teams for that. So have a go at writing some bullet points. What is the same about them? And what was different about them? What was the similarities and differences between a cat's ear and a human's ear? There we go. So have a go at that and then come back to me and we will watch a video and then I will set you off on your task. Okay, so let's see. So have a look at this video about how some animals hear differently to humans. Now, sound is really important in the animal kingdom. It can help predators to find where prey is. It can help animals to communicate with each other. It can help prey to find out where predators are so that they can hide. And different animals have adapted and developed different ways of doing all of that to try and give them an advantage. So we're going to watch a video to see some examples of that, and then you are going to have a go at making a presentation about how animals use and rely on sound in the animal kingdom. And I've given you some pictures to show you some examples of animals that use sound slightly differently to humans. But first of all, let's watch the video once I can get it up.
Follow me, please, class. In this lesson, we're going to be learning about ears and how animals hear. Now, all animals with ears hear sound, which is made up of invisible waves that create vibrations in the ear. High-pitched sounds make fast vibrations, and low-pitched sounds make slower vibrations. Some animals are very good at detecting certain types of vibrations, as you'll find out. Dogs are very good at hearing. They can hear sounds from 4 times further away than human ears can. They can also hear ultrasound, which is sound so high-pitched that humans can't hear it. Dogs also have lots of small muscles in their ears, so they can point them very precisely to work out what direction a sound is coming from and how far away it is. Ah, the barn owl, another great listener. This bird of prey hunts at night and uses its super sensitive hearing to find food, like mice. The feathers on the edge of its face are arranged in a sort of disc shape. This helps focus sound, a bit like the shape of a human ear does. One of the barn owl's ears is also positioned slightly higher than the other. This helps the owl pinpoint the height and the direction of where sounds are coming from. Very useful for hunting small prey when you're flying high above. Pigeons can hear something called infrasound, which is sound with too low a pitch for humans to hear. This means pigeons can hear the far-off rumblings of storms, earthquakes and volcanoes, and change course to avoid them. Those clever pigeons. They always seem to know when the weather's about to change.
So there you go. There are some examples of how animals use sound differently to humans. Some of them you may well have already known, some of them you might not have known. So your job is to have a go at making a PowerPoint presentation where each slide tells me some information about how animals use and rely on sound in different ways. You've got 3 animals that you can use straight away. Some other animals that use sound differently to humans include elephants, whales, bats. We've got dogs and owls on there as well, and there are plenty of others as well, things like big cats, and some insects use sound in remarkable ways as well. So that's your job today. Can you have a go at finding out some of the different ways that animals use sound differently to humans?